I'm gonna leave one more poem. I think I could do it, or two, one or two. Let's see how the first one goes. Touch her softly and I touch her gently, and she said, "I feel so empty when you left me." So deftly, my hands stroked her thighs, and I saw the look in her eyes. But to me, it wasn't a surprise. She was like, "I love the way you rise in the morning, in the evening. I don't want you to be leaving, 'cause I will be grieving," she said. So I led her to the room that contained the bed, and I laid her down on the spread, and I lifted her skirt slowly. She moved my hands to her shirt. She knows me. That maybe I would have moved too quickly, so she slows me. She says, "Hold me." And I does as she had told me. I guess she really did know me. And from behind, I held her, kissed her ear, and I said, "Don't worry, let go, no fears." And while my hand was grazing the inside of her thighs, she breathed deeply, she sighs. And right now I couldn't see the look because she closed her eyes. Lean back and reach for a kiss, and I say, "Miss, do you remember that first time?" And we begin to reminisce. When we were youths and we were young, and her body was inviting and I was hung up on the way the curves went. Every connection, every dent. Fingers trailed the stomach to the chest, down her legs to the rest. And my lips found her breasts, and my hands found her nest. And this was when she was fully naked, undressed. "Let's just leave that alone and come back to the present." She said yes. I remember those times. And I reached under her skirt and touched the thing that was on her waistline, and I pulled it gently to her knees. She bent with me and she eased one leg out, and I returned the kiss gently on her mouth. And she turned around and said, "I'm glad this came about the way it came about. And I hope you love me gently." As I tell her what I'm going to do, she says, "That's okay, bend me slowly over the side of this bed." After we've stood up, because she was getting bored laying on the spread, so she buried her face in the sheets and let that beautiful behind face me instead. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm just fucking around. That was one. I won't finish that. Finish that off. I got finish that. I got another one. We have these policies that make us feel less. We have these policies, we know that we're blessed. We know that we wake up every day and we're stressed. We wake up with a lot of things. Some of us depressed. Some of us with feelings of inferiority we're trying to repress. That's why sometimes we regress to baser instincts, because we're fighting a fight that we can't even see, and we're trying to be me. I'm proud to be me, black. Part of the people. Set us free, let us be. But that's just me. But I see my people locked up. And you know, sometimes I see them walking around and it looks like insanity. It looks like they're forced in a way that gravity can only be the cause. And I pause and I look at them and I say, "Why don't you fly? Why don't you rise?" They tell me that's lies because they can't move. And I wonder what the hell they're doing with this one life they have to lose. Do they not know how to choose? And now I stand accused of being a revolutionary. They're going to call me Malcolm with a bullet to my head. Kill the dread, kill the dread, kill the dread. They're going to call me UAP and feed the crack to me. and misconstrue the facts, you see. I see how it is. I know it's going to be. So why do I speak the way I speak? Why do I let leak the way my mind reeks of these thoughts of changing society? Because I only have one life to live, and I can't see my family growing up without the pride that I see in me to be on equal footing with these people oppressing me. It's depressing how we have come from nothing and left with nothing. To me, that's insanity. Living is not even quality. They disrespect us and our ability. And you and what you call humility. You've left me with an inability to move forward. It must be gravity, because that's the only thing I see holding me down. What did I say about that city and that clown? Trust me, you're not going to see me drown. But let's talk about it a little bit more politically and get equivocally the opinion of the other side. Because there's a lot of people on that other side that don't understand what it is to oppress a man's pride, and they try to push us in the tide when it's coming up, when it's rising. Not knowing that our eyes are open, and surprising, we've been in many places. We've been on continents and islands. I guess sometimes it's our fault for trying to be wilding out, styling, mouths. Sometimes go further than feet. But that's where I say to my people, it's the street that we're walking on. And if you only plan to be talking on, get the fuck off. Because there's a lot of people who want to do better. And remember that lady I was talking about just now? It wasn't just about trying to undress her, trying to impress her. It's trying to show her the quality of what a man does, not the one of an oppressor. But I digress. Nothing to think about. I don't want to be an added stressor. Maybe I should have just told her that I was going to bend her over the dresser. But before I go, just think about this. Who's greater and who's lesser? Us, or the people you call friends, silently being an oppressor? I don't know.